Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. So in this video I want to share with you guys two stories I'm going to cover. Pastor Oluoma basically dragged Mercy Chinwo over charging to sing in churches.
How much does a gospel artist of Mercy Chinwo's status charge to come to an event or in a church? How much do you think she will collect? 10. Oh, 10, it has reached 10 million. So Jesus is not going to love you too much again until it's Mercy Chinwo that will sing it. The too much in the love will go away until it is Mercy Chinwo that will sing it.
Okay, and then the other one is a pastor that, you know, even when you say pastor, you guys know that I'm going because that's the title they claimed, right? Pastor that got a choir girl pregnant. In the process of his cover-up, ended the choir girl's life, ended the choir girl's friend's life, and the choir girl's friend's child. So ended 3 lives, all about trying to cover up everything. So the choir girl, in short, if you even take an even 4 people serve, because the choir girl is pregnant. So this basically he ended 4 lives. So the choir girl and the pregnancy and the choir girl's friend and the child of that choir girl's friend ended their lives to cover up. And they've given the sentencing, and the judge sentenced him to end of his life with a rope on his neck, if you know what I mean. He said if you know even end, they should use the injection and end his life. There was even one part that they interviewed the husband of the friend that they ended the life, and he was saying that he dreamt a few days earlier before they did the sentence that they saw the wife holding on, walking past with the children, was walking past, I think, with a child, and he asked her where is she going, and she said she's going to rest. So he now said, he's like, his wife is, that's what the man said, that his wife is now at peace, that there is justice, right? Okay, so the area that I want to speak on is the area of a pastor facing justice in Nigeria. A pastor facing justice in Nigeria. In most of the cases we have seen, the pastors that end up facing justice in Nigeria are the, you know, the small ones. The small ones where their wings never big. Personally, I'm yet to see a mega pastor in Nigeria face any justice or even turn up in court to answer for anything. I'm yet to see that. So it's nice to see when it happens to whatever, but I'm yet to see a mega pastor. We can hear there was a time there was a pastor, they said his private jet was carrying was it weapons or something like that were found in his private jet. I can't remember how that story went that time. Today you may hear this and hear that. It just, once they are big, but the small ones are still, you know, accountable. But once they become big ones, they become touch not my anointed. My question now, those that say touch not my anointed, the pastor has been touched by the court of law. And they're about to put no rope on his neck. Oh. Come and tell them now. Tell the judge to touch not my anointed. They only become untouchable, unquestionable when they have made it financially. When they fly private jet, when their level don't high, they become above the law. So it's nice to see, I'll say it again, to see people like this face justice. But it would be nice to also see it at the top as well. Okay, that's that one. Then this pastor, Fada Oluoma. Fada Oluoma was preaching and he was talking about singing in the churches and everything. And he specifically mentioned Mercy Chinwo. And he now said, if you don't know, Mercy Chinwo is a popular Nigerian gospel singer. She sings church songs. So when they sing, anybody that sings church songs is called a gospel singer, right? So now he was saying that to invite somebody like that now to come and sing will cost him like 10 million or 5 million because they are popular, famous singers. And he is questioning the God. Where is God in that? If such people to come and sing praise and worship or whatever, you know, would cost the church that amount of money, are they still really doing it for God or are they just doing it for money? And he even went as far as saying it has turned into an entertainment. That's what Fada Oluoma is, a Catholic priest.
Where hunger, poverty, and unemployment is still endemic, we have no business building multi-million-dollar churches. For what? We have made worship expensive. If I have to bring Mercy Chinwo to come here and minister to you guys now, you will like it. How much will I pay her? How much does a gospel artist of Mercy Chinwo's status charge to come to an event or in a church? How much do you think she will collect? 10. Oh, 10. It has reached 10 million. So I will now collect money from people. Because if Okoje sings, Jesus, you love me too much. So Jesus not going to love you too much again until it's Mercy Chinwo that will sing it. The too much in the love will go away until it is Mercy Chinwo that will sing it. These are the trajectories that we have turned Christianity to, that an artist will come to a church and lead in praise worship for 10 million naira, 5 million naira. So if that particular artist does not sing Jesus, you love me too much, that means God no love you too much. And some people are asking, should they be paid? Why won't you pay them? If you must bring them, you must pay them. Because what you are bringing them for is entertainment. We have turned worship into what? Entertainment. We are copying the world. Those days, those who compose songs we are still using for worship, nobody even knows them. And I have no problem with a church or this, maybe once in a year you organize some kind of praise worship. Do you understand? Once in a while you could do that. But that in Sunday worship, and sometimes you did, you forget those who play music for you an ordinary time, whom God has been using. As if you bring that artist and come down, so after singing that song, all your problems will go away. Or people will now go to heaven.
A lot of people will not understand where he's coming from. He's a Catholic priest. I used to be a Catholic. Catholics do things differently. Right? Catholic priests are well fed. They have free accommodation, free food, free clothing, free everything is provided for them. They don't acquire private jets. So Pentecostal life is very different. So when he's speaking, I know where he's speaking from because I used to be there. So the idea of people paying somebody to come and sing will be very foreign for the Catholic Church because they run the Catholic Church in a different way. They say this merchandising of the gospel. Then don't get me wrong, let me tell you guys, they don't do tithes. They collect offerings. But people give from their hearts. And this money does not go to the pocket of the Reverend Fada. The Catholic Church is not organized like that. It's not designed to enrich one man. You understand? Now, let's leave that aside. Coming back to the singing side, it's interesting when he was talking about it has turned to an entertainment. I have to agree with him in a way because there's that line you're wondering sometimes. In a lot of cases, a lot of these singers, I didn't say, they are balancing. It's almost like it's going between entertainment and ministration. In a lot of cases, not just Chinwo, but let's be honest, it's good for us to sit down and ask ourselves when, and question, let me say it, when is it going too far, when is it not? Because let me tell you guys, because you're singing a song that has Jesus in it, doesn't necessarily mean you have God in your mind when you were singing it. There are a lot of songs that are uplifting songs that even an unbeliever can enjoy singing it as well. Let's not forget that, right? And to a great extent, there's also this thing about the church trying to bring a lot more of the world into the church to make church sweet, if you know what I mean, to entertain people. There was a time I made a video about it, about people that were bringing comedians to come and do comedy in the church, and pastor is laughing and everybody, and I'm wondering, there should be a place for it, for a comedian to come and stand at the pulpit to tell jokes. Is a crack joke for God to laugh or what? I've said that before in the past. There are some other things. Some churches can have a program. They can go to wherever and go and do a program that is just entertainment program, whatever, but not the altar you called an altar of God. People come there and crack jokes. I said, no, that is not to glorify God. That is to entertain ourselves. When people crack joke in the churches, I'm speaking about this idea of if care is not taken, too much of the world is being brought into the church. Why we are no longer succeeding in bringing the church and putting more of the church into the world. No, we are grabbing from the world, if you know what I mean by that, into the church. See, let me tell you guys, I believe in the idea of, okay, somebody comes to minister and then there can be something, oh, take this. But if there's going to be a price and say 10,000 or 10 million or 5 million, you have to give a price for me to come and sing. Okay, let me put it this way. There are churches where another pastor comes to visit from another state or whatever, and when the pastor is done preaching, ministering, whatever, they will tell church members, so this is our pastor that came from Onitsha, or this pastor that came from Ibadan, or this pastor that came from, we're just going to we're going to collect a special offering for this pastor. That's how they used to do it. Collect a special. The same thing can be done for a singer, because let me tell you, for a singer to travel from another state or wherever to come and sing, how the Bible said, something is worthy of his wages, something like that. You know what I mean? The Bible makes it clear, but it shouldn't be a price. You get my point? So at the end of the day, let's say, for example, they tell church members, oh, do offering. They do offering for the person, and the person can go. But whatever they get, they go with it. But not necessarily that they should travel with their own money and be struggling. They're not going to, they need to survive. Do you understand? They need to be able to foot their own bills and everything. This is my opinion I'm sharing. That's how I feel. But if people are paid to come and minister, praise and worship, and then the person collected 10 million for that, when that person is worshiping, is this singing praise and worship? Are they actually worshiping God? Are they just working? Or is it just a job? Because if it's true worship, do you get paid to worship God? You get, let me tell you guys, like I said, this man, Fada Oluoma, is a Catholic. And I say the guy, I know where he's coming from. And the same thing he is saying should also apply to these pastors. Yes, they are doing the work of God. Yes, they should be able to feed well. They should be able to, you understand, what their needs should be provided for. But Christianity is not a business. It's not a business to enrich yourself, and your generations unborn don't even have to work again in their whole life. That's not what it's supposed to be. That's not what it's supposed to be. Even the Fada Oluoma was saying that. So if, for example, that song, Jesus, You Love Me Too Much. So if they decide to sing it without Mercy Chinwo, will Jesus no longer love them? Would that remove the too much from the love of Jesus? You get what I'm trying to say? So like I said, I understand what this guy is saying. And I also understand the aspect of people that are traveling from state to state to go and sing here, to give them something. But I do not believe it should be a charge. Oh, this is my fee. If you can't afford this, I cannot afford to sing for God. Basically, if you cannot afford to pay me this, then I cannot afford to sing for God. So you're singing for God for money. Makes sense. I don't know what you guys' opinion is about this. As always, this is my opinion about it. And as always, whatever your opinions are, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.